Hey, good morning, everybody. MAGA video time with Steve. Hey, what's going on in the world? Chaos. You want to know what's going on in the world? It's absolute chaos. If you recall, not too long ago, we had a president who seemed to be working nonstop. I almost felt like the man was working 20 out of 24 hours of every day. We've gone from that to a guy who's been on vacation now for what, a couple, 3 weeks now. Then he had COVID for a couple of weeks and he got re-COVID right after he got that double, triple vax, triple boosted, whatever. But he gets COVID back to back. Then his wife gets COVID and she gets COVID back to back. I mean, that vaccine's really working. That thing's kicking ass. And the world's on fire, and this dude's out of pocket like there's no tomorrow. And once again, he's on vacation. I hope he's having a great time. I really do. I'm sure you've heard about the Iraq unrest in Baghdad. They are killing people. I think it's up to 12 dead. That was as of yesterday. God knows how many now. Protesters have been killed in the streets. I guess one of their leaders has literally, just quite literally, stepped down from the political arena, and they're pissed about it, and they're tearing the joint apart. And that's cool. I mean, listen, other countries have the freedoms to do whatever they want to do in their country, but it's the unrest that creates problems. The Iraqi-Irani border is now secured and closed down for good. It's under alert because Iran is looking to come in and take care of some business. They'd like to kill some Americans there. Our embassy is questionable in Iraq right now, so who knows what's going to happen with that. So see what I mean, though? You got China buzzing over Taiwan like crazy with military games going on, and you've got Ukraine, who's just been kind of like, just airdrop some pallets of money at them, and then we'll sweep them in the back, and we'll talk about them later, and we'll just see what happens. Meanwhile, there's it's actually the largest nuclear power plant, I believe, on the planet, is under siege, and now they're sending over special envoys to go over there and test it. They're giving out iodine tablets. If you're getting iodine tablets in the mail or handed to you on the street and you live near a nuclear power facility, you need to be concerned. Iodine is the first thing they're going to give you to combat the radiation that your body is now ingesting. Okay? And they're giving them out left and right. It's all over the news. Okay? Don't look at me. I'm not making it up. And they're giving out iodine. And so here, I mean, you talk about a catastrophe. You think Chernobyl was bad? This could be Chernobyl times 10. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm saying it's the unrest. It's the civil unrest. It's the global unrest that's going on when a leader of one of the biggest, most powerful countries in the world is non-existent. He's weak. And he's frail, and he doesn't do anything about anything, and the only thing he cares about is global warming. Getting warmer, I think, but I'm not sure because I can't prove it, but it's getting warmer, I'm pretty sure. And that's your big concern. So you tax the shit out of your people, and you burden them with all this inflation and all these high prices and all this ridiculousness over your cult, your climate cult. I don't know what you're trying to accomplish. Mother Nature wants us off the rocks. She's going to flick. Bye, Americans. By everybody else who's ever walked on 2 feet, you're gone. That's how it's always worked. You know, we talked about this a million times. Dinosaurs were here, had the chance, they're gone. Right? Ice Age. Yep, I'd say that was some climate change, wasn't it? What SUV caused that ice age? I can't remember which one it was. Was it Suburban? Humvee that caused the ice age? I don't think so. And when dinosaurs were 30 feet tall, it was so freaking hot, you could make a lizard. You can take a lizard this big that's crawling through your yard right now and make them 25 feet tall. That's hot, people. That's hot. That's climate change. Climate's been changing for 4.6 billion years. There's nothing you can do about changing the climate. It's a giant molten rock on the inside. It's got all kinds of layers all the way to the outside with an amazing atmosphere all the way up as far as you can go into space. Okay? We down here, us insignificant little fleas on this globe, think that we have control over that. We have no control. Yeah, sure, we can do things cleaner. Yeah, we can burn less. We can, make things cleaner. We've done that. We've proven that. And I don't want to get on a climate rampage. It's a whole nother pod, but to ignore the world for it, Joe, to just blow off everything that's going on, Joe, to make your citizens suffer, Joe Biden, for your cult climate change sickness, that you had to change from global warming because that didn't work. You guys, I don't know how old you are, but if you remember in the 80s, the early 80s, they said it was on Time Magazine. Look at just Google Time Magazine, global warming, ice age. They got both of the Time Magazine covers together. Coming ice age, coming global warming. Because it didn't matter what the catastrophe was or what the damage was, they had to have something. In the 80s, it was, we were heading toward an ice age, according to all these same scientists that say there's going to be global warming. How does that work? How does it work? I'll tell you how it works, because we've had an ice age. We've had the Cretaceous period when it was hot as shit. So yeah, these things do happen on this planet. It's happened without us, without the American people paying the tax burden for it. Isn't that silly how that works? That's crazy, isn't it? Isn't that crazy? Yeah, anyway, let's get back to global unrest. So the world's on fire, okay? We talked about Ukraine, China's going bananas, Russia's doing whatever the hell they want. Now Russia's actually controlling the fuel market. Have you noticed that? Europe's in trouble. Europe, you better be careful. You're going to lose a lot of people come winter because Putin is controlling your oil and everything you're getting. All of your heating oil and all that kind of stuff, be careful. Europe, you're in a pickle. This is going to be a tough winter for you. It's going to be a tough, probably 18 months for you. We are one disaster away from God knows what. We're one hurricane away from affecting any of our refineries or drilling stations, our remote drilling stations offshore. We're just one event, one significant event away from $6, $7, $8, $9, $10 a gallon gasoline. Okay. Because of what Biden's doing right now with gas and fuel and no fuel leases, stopping all the ANWR, you name it, name anything that's energy positive, he's ruined it. Fracking, you name it, okay? He's wrecked it, destroyed it, shut it down, and stopped it. And he's keeping us, the American people, from prospering for it. Everything you see is being affected by these gas prices. It doesn't matter what the commodity is. It all has to be delivered. It all has to be shipped. It all has to be whatever to get it to you. Most everything you touch is a petroleum product. Every pen you pick up that's plastic is a petroleum product. Every plastic anything you pick up that's made from a petroleum, for the most part, a petroleum product. And it's ridiculous to think that you can just blow these prices out of the water with your silliness with climate cult. And not think that the American people aren't going to suffer. Well, this is just all part of the global unrest we're seeing, where they're killing each other right now in Afghanistan, and where they're killing each other right now in Iraq and Iran. We're actually killing ourselves with our economy and this inflation and everything else. You see people nut out. You see them go crazy. You want to know why people go nuts, pick up a weapon, go bananas? It's because of this kind of unrest. And your FBI is dirty. And now Joe Rogan comes out. He's talking to Zuckerberg on Facebook, and they're talking about how they were told to suppress the story about Hunter's laptop. They were warned. And then they were talking about Russian information, which was a lie. And the FBI had everything to do with that being a lie. Come on, people. Our government is out of control. It's corrupt. The DOJ is out of control. The FBI is out of control. Someone needs to get control of it. November has never become so important to me in my entire life. I've never heard, it used to be November, I would think about getting the family together for Thanksgiving and as football season's in full swing. Everything is great. And here we are with a Democratic executive branch, and everything sucks. Everything sucks. Everything I touch sucks. Everywhere I go sucks. I go to the gas station, it sucks. I go to the grocery store, it's fucking miserable. I get my utility bills in my mailbox, I open it, I'm miserable. I just can't believe it. It's doubled and tripled. Every one of them, man, from water, gas, electric, doesn't matter what it is. It's through the freaking roof, man. And we're supposed to just sit back and think it's okay. And then you've got these idiots, these puppet morons like that Jean-Pierre Moron up on the podium for the president, and Peter Doocy says, "Hey man, how come you're not going to let this guy come in and play tennis in the U.S. Open because he's not vaccinated, but you're letting 2 to 4 million people unvaccinated on everything and completely unhealthy and unclean across our border?" Oh, that's two different things. That's two different things. Those are two different things. And you're going, no, those are people coming into the country. Those aren't two different things. They're both people. One's just millions, and the other one's one guy who wants to play tennis, probably one of the healthiest guys on the planet, who just wants to play tennis. And because he's not vaccinated, and the vaccinated doesn't stop a goddamn thing, it just lessens, what does it do? It lessens your symptoms. I thought freedom was if you got a cold, if you got a common cold, does it say in the Constitution, if you got a common cold, you better take this cold remedy and you better take it now, or else you're not going to be able to go to another country or come back into this one. You better take some form of Vicks, NyQuil. You better take something. No. If you've got a cold and you're sneezing and you're honking and you're doing whatever, you just got a cold, man. Write it out. It'll be over with. You'll be okay. You get a headache? Take some Excedrin. Take some Tylenol. There's no law or a constitutional amendment that says you've got to make your head feel better, but that's what they're saying about the vaccine. I mean, come on. Come on. You got to come over with me on this one. The vaccine doesn't do shit. Okay, we've proven it doesn't stop anything. It doesn't prevent you from getting COVID. Look at the president and the first lady and tell me the vaccine works. Just tell me. Tell me, because they got it and then they re-got it in the same flippin' week. I give up. I give up. But by God, don't let him play tennis if he's not vaccinated, because if he does get COVID for coming here and he starts sneezing, but he sneezes harder than he normally sneezes, we're going to get him for that because he's not vaccinated. And if he was vaccinated, he wouldn't have sneezed so hard. And now he's sneezing really hard. And I don't like it. Because I'm a Democrat. And Democrats don't like it when people get really bad symptoms. And the symptoms are worse. But we don't know what it means that they're worse, because we don't know what worse is, because there's really no data on that. There's no data. Okay, we haven't been around long enough with COVID to have that type of data that says that the vaccine actually makes you sneeze 0.16% less than those who would actually sneeze at 0.014. You see, now that you're vaccinated, your sneezing is going down, you see, almost at 0.4, about 0.5%. I hope you feel better. What the hell? Your symptoms will be less. Less than what? Less than what? People, we've got to get real with the world. We've just got to get real. I'm going long, but feel me? Do you feel it? I mean, what the foxtrot is going on in this country? November, begging you to come alive. Begging you to come alive and do whatever it takes to get this done. I'm begging you. Get your asses out. Do whatever you can, please. I'm begging you. We this cannot sustain. Okay, it's got to start in November. We can't do 2 more years like this. We cannot. We won't survive it. I say that metaphorically. So don't go, oh, no, Steve says we're all going to die. I didn't say that. So stay with me. Stay the course. Guys, do something good for one another. Patriots, help each other out. Just be kind. Do the best you can, but please vote. That's all I ask. You guys take care. Have a great day. Hi. Ciao.